Good evening, everybody. It's your friend Sean here for another Sunday night poetry with our friend Frank O'Hara. Hope that you had a good Sunday. I went out for a little hike in the woods in Kananaskis country. Beautiful day, foggy, misty gray, quiet. Didn't see anybody out there. Had the trail all to myself. It was squishy and squashy underfoot from the recent melting, but it wasn't terribly warm out, and there's still quite a bit of snow anywhere that there's shade. Today's poem is called To My Dead Father. Don't call to me, Father. Wherever you are, I'm still your little son, running through the dark. I couldn't do what you say, even if I could hear. Your roses no longer grow. My heart's black as their bed. Their dainty forms have become my face's troublesome stubble. You must not think of flowers, and do not frighten my blue eyes with hazel flecks, or thicken my lips when I face my mirror. Don't ask that I be other than your strange son, understanding minor miracles, not death. Father, I am alive. Father, forgive the roses in me. Lovely poem. My heart's black as their bed. Their dainty thorns become my face's troublesome stubble. My heart's black as their bed. I think Frank was a little hard on himself in some ways. If we think back to the poem Mayakovsky, what was the image that he used? The metaphor. My heart's closing like a fist. Now my heart's black. What do you think of when you think of these metaphors? My heart is closing like a fist. I'm turning to my verses. I'm turning to my verses and my heart is closing like a fist. My heart's black as their bed. Referring to the roses, of course. Black soil. What do you think of? What does that make you think of? When you think of my heart's black as their bed, their dainty thorns have become my troublesome stubble. There's sort of an echo of the complexity of being an adult. All of a sudden you do have stubble. You're a man. My heart's black as their bed. This is about reluctant love, or abusing the love of others, or not living up to expectations. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Love that poem. Beautiful. You know what? I'm going to keep looking at it. And do not frighten my blue eyes with hazel flecks. Father, forgive the roses in me. Roses do have thorns. So do people, of course. It's not just an 80s metal song. Before it was an 80s metal song, it was a Frank O'Hara poem. Every rose has its thorn. Don't call to me, Father. Wherever you are, I'm still your little son, running through the dark. That's evocative, isn't it? Aren't we all still Your little sun running through the dark. I couldn't do what you say, even if I could hear. Right? That's sort of an expression of adulthood, isn't it? Like in that movie, A Simple Curve, part of growing up is telling your dad, fuck you. I'm my own man. I couldn't do what you say, even if I could hear. Your roses no longer grow, my heart's black as their bed. That I be other than your strange son, understanding minor miracles, not death. Understanding minor miracles, not death. What is death? This poem is written calling out to his father. Father, I am alive. Father, forgive the roses in me. Saying, don't call to me, Father. He understands minor miracles. Doesn't necessarily say what they are. But if we think back to the other poems that we've read of O'Hara's, I think we can think of a few. Beautiful, moody days, art maybe. But not death. Understanding minor miracles, not death. He doesn't understand death. Do any of us really? It's easy to think of. We've all seen, you're a kid with the BB gun and you shoot a sparrow. And that's, how you learn about that, maybe. I think that's a fairly common experience. I did that. You see the sparrow die. They kind of roll back onto their back and their heads are thrown back and their legs come up and they look just like that shape of a dinosaur, like you see sometimes those intact in place dinosaur skeletons. Just like that. Just like their ancient ancestor dinosaurs. That's how they die. But what happens if the thing is shut off like a switch? Something else comes and eats it. Degrades. But what happens to the soul and these sorts of things? I think that's the deeper mystery that Frank is getting at. And people have thought about that ever since they developed the cranial capacity, which is something the birds don't have. What happens to us when we die? What has happened to his father here, who he's talking to and saying, please don't call to me? That's a major miracle, a major mystery beyond our understanding, isn't it? We have a very superficial understanding of what goes on. And that's all we can go on. The rest is sort of an affair of the heart, isn't it? And our own personal views, which might be evolving and changing. As we do things like sometimes you do when you're a kid, you shoot the bird. Maybe your father passes away. Maybe your father's still here and you're happy to have them, and that's its own miracle, isn't it, in a way? Naturally it is, if you're so lucky. Anyways, beautiful poem. Let me know your thoughts about all these miracles, minor and otherwise, death, in the comments. And before we go, as always, let's read a little bit of Basho. And this is particularly fitting as I was out walking, hiking around in the mist. Not unlike Basho himself heading to the north. This is sort of a longer set of poems that I flipped to randomly. A flowering silk tree in the sleepy rain of Kisagata reminds me of Lady Seishi in sorrowful lament. Cranes hop around, on the watery beach of Shogoshi, dabbling their long legs in the cool tide of the sea. What special delicacy is served here, I wonder? Coming to Kisagata on a festival day? I'll leave you with that, my friends, but I thank you for watching. I hope that you've had a great weekend and that you're going to go and have a wonderful week. Bye now.